For 5 years, Mortal Kombat has been a name associated with blood, fatalities, and controversy. But most of all, it has been a name associated with success, with very few hiccups along the way. One of the low points of the franchise was reached on November 21st, 1997.
It took 6 days to create the Earth. It will take 6 more to destroy it. Easy come, easy go. Get ready for Armageddon. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, rated PG-13.
Following the box office success of the original movie, preparations began for a sequel called Mortal Kombat Annihilation. With a budget of $30 million, the movie successfully ranked first at the box office on its opening weekend, earning $16.8 million. However, it quickly managed to annihilate the enthusiasm of the fans and ended its run in theaters worldwide, earning just $51 million. The story picks up right after the events of the first film, with the Emperor Shao Kahn launching an open invasion of Earthrealm, ignoring the sacred rules of the Elder Gods. Elements are adopted from the third game, but are heavily altered, changing characters and stories in an unexpected way. These alterations to the story only serve to confuse and even anger many of the fans. Suckers! Shooting locations in Thailand were chosen for the scenes that included the Temple of the Order of Light. The scenes with the ancient Temple of the Elder Gods were shot among the ruins of the archaeological city Petra in the country of Jordan. The strange appearance of the Paris Mountain in Wales made it a perfect location for the movie. With the exception of Liu Kang and Kitana, all of the returning characters are portrayed by new actors. The attempt to introduce as many characters as possible resulted in very poor character development. Several fan-favourite characters appeared only for a few minutes, serving no actual purpose in the movie. Some were left nameless, while others were only mentioned by name.
Cabal and Striker.
Liu Kang, Sonya, Jax, Kitana, Jade, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Cyrax, Smoke, Shiva, Motaro. Brutality.
Michael J. White was offered the part of Special Forces Agent Jax, but was unable to portray the character due to scheduling conflicts. Several versions of the script were created, with each version omitting important elements and even fighting scenes. This led to the creation of a simple and flat plot, resulting in an uninspired movie. According to the rumours, this was due to different visions between the director and the studio, with the latter often interfering during development. Upon its release, Mortal Kombat Annihilation faced mostly negative reviews and managed to disappoint even the hardcore fans of the franchise. The story, the character development, the fighting choreography, and the special effects all failed to meet public expectations. Throughout the years that followed, the movie has been released on VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, and Blu-ray. Extras including character biographies, sketches, models, trailers, set designs, and hidden content were only available as part of the initial DVD version.
Flawless victory.
The movie was accompanied by 2 books, an official soundtrack, and several additional albums, all of which hit the market in 1997. A deleted final scene, which was never shown to the public, was intended to be a prelude to a third movie. In the scene, Shinnok is banished to the Netherrealm for his transgressions. There, he encounters the sorcerer Quan Chi. Both of them briefly discuss the situation and prepare for revenge against their enemies. The sorcerer was played by an actor who was originally only cast as an extra in the film and could not speak English. Production on the third movie was originally planned to start shortly after the release of Annihilation. Due to Mortal Kombat Annihilation's poor box office performance, Mortal Kombat Devastation remained in development hell for years until it was unofficially cancelled. In June 1998, shooting began for a new live-action series called Mortal Kombat Crusades. The theme park Splendid China in Florida was chosen as a shooting location, with visitors being able to witness the filming and even take photos. Production continued for about 9 months at the cost of around $16 million. In September, the show was renamed to Mortal Kombat Conquest, due to a title conflict with another new series. Debuting in October, the series initially ran only in syndication until it was picked up by TNT. It was broadcast right after WCW Monday Nitro, which led to 2 special guest appearances by famous wrestlers.
In each of us, there burns a soul of a warrior. In every generation, a few are chosen to prove it. Centuries ago, in a time of darkness and fury, that fate befell 3 strangers. A monk, Kung Lao. An exiled guard, Zero. And a thief, Taja, who have to defend our Earthrealm from the forces of Outworld. By fighting for their lives. By fighting for their honor.
Your soul is mine.
And by fighting for their realm.
It's the burden you must carry.
In a tournament called Mortal Kombat.
The story takes place 500 years before the events of the first movie, and follows the adventures of the great Kung Lao, a noble fighter destined to protect his world. He becomes champion of Mortal Kombat by defeating the sorcerer Shang Tsung. After the tournament, the savior of Earth, his friends, and the God of Thunder have to deal with the vengeful Shang Tsung, the angered Shao Kahn, the evil sorcerer Quan Chi and his army of undead assassins, the recently freed Scorpion, Reptile and the lizards of Zatera, and Empress Kriya and her daughter Vorpax. Several additional storylines were also explored. Lin Kuei and the creation of Sub-Zero, the Black Dragon, Kitana and her fight against the Emperor, the creation of Melina, the introduction of the Purple Ninja, Rain, the mystery of Noob Saibot, and the origin story of Shang Tsung and Amigus, mistress of the dark arts. In addition to the content borrowed from the games, the show also introduces several original characters, storylines, and even creates a whole new world. Shang Tsung's teacher is believed to be the prototype for a character that would later appear in the game, as is the storyline that involves an alliance between Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. Several actors from the movies returned for the series, but only one of them portrayed their original character. The episode Vengeance, which was the final episode of the series, and the episode The Serpent and the Ice, are two of the most beloved by the fans and are well remembered even today. The Serpent and the Ice shows Scorpion and Sub-Zero teaming up to serve the Emperor of Outworld. It is remembered not only for the inclusion of the most beloved characters of the franchise, but also for the well-written story and superb fighting choreography. Mortal Kombat Conquest was popular among the viewers and well received by the fans. Unfortunately, the show was too expensive and led to its cancellation after only one season of 22 episodes. Many story threads remained unfinished, and worst of all, the final episode ended on a cliffhanger, which the second season was going to resolve and align the series with the two feature films. The attempt to continue the show on a different network was unsuccessful, so an official timeline was released to fill the gaps and to resolve the ending of the final episode. The show was partially released on VHS, DVD and video CD in several countries. The complete series was made available in Australia in 2005 and 10 years later in the US and Canada, both times only on DVD.
I am Rain, God of Thunder! Protector of Earthrealm. And I am Shao Kahn, Conqueror of Realms, and Emperor of Outworld!
In spite of its short life, Mortal Kombat Conquest managed to succeed where the second movie failed. A dynamic cast of talented actors, interesting storylines and good special effects. The show captured the hearts of the fans, but they were left disappointed by its surprise cancellation. On September 9th, 1999, Sega released the first console of the 6th generation, the Sega Dreamcast. As part of Sega's strategy to have a strong launch lineup, they secured an exclusive version of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat Gold, an updated version of Mortal Kombat 4, was released. In addition to offering a near recreation of the arcade graphics as well as all the features of the previous home versions, the title includes additional characters, backgrounds and weapons. No new fighters are introduced, but several fan favourites return to expand the previous roster. These characters mostly retained their original design, specials and finishing moves. New full-motion endings were created for them in addition to the videos adopted from the disc versions of the previous game. A familiar face from the past returns as a hidden fighter alongside Meat, Goro, and Noob Sabot.
Sector. Someone's going to die. Don't make me laugh.
Screenshots of a new fighter were accidentally released to Game Informer and made their way online.
Belloc wins. Fatality.
Belloc was developed by Eurocom exclusively for Mortal Kombat Gold. Unfortunately, the developers did not have enough time to finish the character. Rotating Tanya's icon on the select screen reveals a fourth, unused question mark. Fans have long since speculated that he was going to be accessed through this icon. The gameplay remained true to that of Mortal Kombat 4. However, the additional characters were too powerful, resulting in an unfair advantage and imbalance. A select weapon feature was introduced to expand and diversify the gameplay experience. Mortal Kombat Gold was a Sega Dreamcast launch title. Its fixed release date is probably one of the reasons for the existence of several different versions. The original game was released on September 9th on a gold disc and contains many glitches of serious restraints. Version 2.0, known as the Red Disc version, was released to address several of these issues and included a save feature. Although good, the graphics could not reach the quality and smoothness of the original. These problems prevented the game of reaching the high standard established by the arcade version of Mortal Kombat 4. Sega Dreamcast was the first console to include a built-in modem. Unfortunately, Mortal Kombat Gold could not take advantage of this new feature. The game was written using a low-level API, which offered great performance but did not include modem features at the time. Fans of Mortal Kombat 4 were craving a perfect port of the game for the home systems. Although close to the original, Mortal Kombat Gold was not satisfying enough, and their wish remains unfulfilled even today. In the 90s, Mortal Kombat turned from a quick project into a multi-million-dollar franchise, influencing the entire gaming industry. At the end of this incredible 8-year run, several releases with questionable quality threw a shadow on the once shining like a beacon Dragon logo. As the world prepared to enter the new millennium, more and more competitive products appeared on the market, trying to claim its crown. With the fate of the franchise at stake, decisions for its course through the next decade had to be made. But before the light at the end of the tunnel revealed itself, Mortal Kombat had to face its darkest moment.
Oh, what's the matter?